Yeah, so why the crazy get up? Because I'm working this morning. There's a lot of mosquitoes, so I've got to put this. It's actually an old T-shirt on my head to protect my neck at the back. It's difficult to work, but I'm going to get on with it. The work today is to clear the pathway to the house, but it's proven really difficult because there's a lot of there's actually a mango tree above where the path is, and there's a lot of mangoes have fallen down, and the fruit's rotted, leaving behind the seeds, and now the seeds are germinating. There's a lot of the seeds are sprouting. If I was to leave this and then come back in 3 months, it would be an absolute nightmare to deal with, because I'd have these saplings of mango trees all over the place. So yeah, this is work I need to do now, but it's awkward because I'm working with a machete, and there's all of these rotten mangoes that are in the grass, in the undergrowth. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to stop this. I don't want to have to do this every year. You know, mango season comes in about October, goes towards the end of December, and there's hundreds of the things that fall. They're all over the place. So what I really need to do is cut at least some of the branches off the mango tree. But yeah, I don't want to climb the mango tree because there's a termite nest on there. So what I've done is I've got a stick, put an old sock on the end, I've put some diesel on the stick, set fire to it, and then I've used that to light the termite nest and burn it out. And then I'll be able to climb the tree. And once I've climbed the tree, I can start using the machete to cut branches off, and hopefully minimise the number of mangoes that are falling next year. But to be honest, I don't like climbing trees. I don't mind the climbing trees. It's the falling down that I don't like. So I might actually find some kid to do it for me and cut the branches off. But yeah, and oh look, it's burning good now. The nest even got some flame on it. So that's nice. That's going to burn right the way down, and then we're not going to have a termite problem there anymore. Lovely. Okay, so here we are the next day, and this termite nest is completely burned down. It's charred the trunk of that mango tree, but it won't have done the mango tree any harm. It's going to recover completely, and it's going to make a shitload of fruit next year, or this year, isn't it now? 2025 in October. It'd be a pain in my ass. If only it was that easy to kill a mango tree. But yeah, and I've cleared away not as much of the path as I hoped. Yesterday, like today, was a really sunny day, so I just couldn't tolerate the sun anymore. So I quit clearing the path and started chopping firewood instead, which was a worthy task because I was getting very low on it. I want to go down to where the tomatoes are again. Take a seat down there because I've made progress with the tomatoes, but remember, this is the first time I've planted tomatoes, so it's a work in progress. It's a learning curve. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. A bit upset about the whole thing, to be honest, and I'll explain why. So here we are with the area that's cleared. Looks like we've got a bit of a shade here. I'll have a sit down here. Yo, yeah, that's good. Right, with the strong sun today, the lighting's a bit of a nightmare. But what am I going to do? Hey, I've not got professional gear. I've got my cell phone. That's what I'm That's what I'm making the video with. Yeah, I've planted sweet peppers many times, and the thing about the sweet peppers is their seed is about the same size as a tomato seed. So what you have to do is the same as I explained with the tomatoes in the previous video. You've got to create an area, a nursery, and you've got to sprinkle all the sweet pepper seeds, and wait till they grow to about 6 inches high. Then you've got to pluck them out and plant them where you want them to grow, being very careful not to cause any damage to the root. What happens with sweet peppers is it doesn't matter how hard you try. You can plant in the evening, so you transplant them in the evening so that they get the whole night to settle in, and then the morning comes with the morning dew. They'll get some nice nice water from the morning dew before the sun comes up. But it doesn't matter, when the sun comes up, the sweet peppers that you've transplanted look so sorry for themselves. They're just falling down and like miserable. And I've done this many times. I've planted sweet peppers 5 or 6 times, and they always look like they're gonna die. You think, shit, I've plucked them out of the nursery where they were quite happy. I've transplanted them where I want them to grow. You've got to separate them by about 1 metre each plant. But the other thing you do as well is you always plant 2 side by side, separated by maybe 6 inches, on the assumption that maybe one of them is going to die. So you do that, but the main plant is 1 metre apart, 1 metre apart. And there's so many times I've looked at these sweet peppers and thought, they're gonna die, what have I done? But it's not like that. It's a very hardy plant, and what it does is it's shrinking all its leaves down to keep it, so it can force all its moisture back into its root until it can take root properly, and then it recovers. So within sort of 4 or 5 days, they're looking very happy again. Now, I've gone through the same process with the tomatoes, and you can see here I've put the sticks up. I've got 9 sticks. I've only got 9 sticks, so my idea is to try and get these get them to grow, and I'll tie them to the sticks, and then they'll produce the fruit hanging from the sticks rather than creeping along the ground like I explained in the last video. Now I didn't really have enough plants in the nursery to plant them all, because I'm going to plant about 50. Yeah, I've just planted 9 now with the sticks. Yeah, but yeah, so I didn't really have enough yesterday, and I didn't want to plant anymore. I wanted to do the sticks first anyway. Big problem we've got at the moment is we're back in a drought situation. It's been more than a week we've had no rain, and there's been hot sunny days, blistering sunny days, day after day after day. So what I did is I got up early yesterday morning and put the sticks in the ground and did the transplanting and hope for the best, thinking this was going to be the same as the sweet peppers. Apparently, tomato is not as hardy as the sweet pepper. In other words, you transplant them and they wither down and look like they're going to die. That's because they are dying. And quite a few of the ones I planted yesterday are dying. And what we see here, I'm actually surprised based on that, how well some of them are recovering. I reckon more than half of them are doing okay. Again, plant 2 of them together, one either side of the stick. The idea is one of the plants might die, the other one will come through, and if both of them live, then you've got a bonus. So yeah, in some cases one of them seems to be okay. In other cases the pair is okay around the stick. So I don't know. I have to see how it goes. I have to say I get very upset when they die. This is the first time I'm doing it. I'm practicing. This is a lesson, and I shouldn't get upset. I should appreciate that I've learned something, and you know, next time I'll benefit from that. But what I really need to be doing, and what I'm going to do with the rest of the small kind of saplings in the nursery, is I'm going to try and wait for a day where it's rainy again and we've got some cloud cover, and then I'll do the proper transplanting of all the 50. I can't do that now. We've got too many sunny days and we've got no freaking rain, and it's doing my head in. But I don't know. What are you going to do? How are you supposed to manage a chakra like this if you got... This is the rainforest. We shouldn't have prolonged periods without rain. It's outrageous.